It's gonna be.
Okay, we're here for the Parks and Rec Commission for August. Can we start with the roll call, please?
Yes, Commissioner Sherman here. Commissioner Shebrel,
Present.
Commissioner Stanton is absent, Commissioner Burke is absent, and Chair Bellamo.
Here. And can I get a motion for consent on last minutes?
I will make a motion to approve the minutes for the July meeting.
And I'll second.
All approved? Aye.
Aye.
And do we have any citizen comments or people on? No one today? All right, then we'll get right into it. First thing, concerts in the park. Today is the last one, correct? Last concert park, yep. Have you been going to the concerts?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good turnout for
Mhm.
this
Yeah.
year?
Yeah. And it's been nice having, so Christie's, last time Christie's was there, the popcorn lady was there. Was that all the last time? The time before we had like the glitter tattoos and the popcorn, and it's nice like having that stuff. It'd be interesting to get feedback from them though and see like how successful they feel. So I feel like they're getting a good amount of business. It's
Yeah.
been good, a good turnout.
Yeah, it could be good to follow up with them and see how they're like receptive to do it next year and stuff. Yeah, it should be, that could be good. Perfect. Great, yeah, we're aiming for more community turnout, so yeah, it's good that we got some vendors involved and all that stuff, great. Pickleball update. Yeah,
Okay, so I don't know if you're aware, but the council and Charity might be a good person to talk about this actually. I know she's busy driving, but the council did pick a location for the wastewater treatment plant. And it is gonna go near our shops where our city shops are at, so it's just gonna move kind of next door. And possibly we'll use up some portal space, but that's not, I don't think that's been determined. Charity might know. So it's been recommended to wait on putting pickleball there. But, you know, there's options of putting it maybe where the wastewater treatment plant is now, once that's decommissioned. Maybe that would be available. I think Melanie is very aware that that is a want and need of the community. So I think it just is a project to put on hold until after the plant is built.
would it be worth, we're gonna talk about later the planning commission stuff, would it be worth bringing that up next meeting with them too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know yesterday I drove by and they were out there playing and I was like, oh, next week they can't be out there because of school.
Okay, that'll be a good thing to bring up with the planning. Maybe the planning people have a different spot that maybe it could go a little bit sooner. So, yeah, okay, perfect.
It's a good idea to talk about it then.
You want to talk about the planning stuff real fast? You want to go over that, or you want to go over the Questacata stuff first?
Either one.
I'm fine either way. We can go ahead and do
The planning? Okay, yeah. For the planning meeting. I was thinking we could discuss the pickleball courts. Any potential parks or what they're looking at. And then maybe it might be good to talk to them about the community garden idea that
Jordan.
the person brought up last time.
Mhm.
That could be a good thing to talk about with them too. Maybe they can have a spot where we could start a community garden, something like that. Yeah. Because we were saying it's going to be a joint meeting between the two.
Yeah, so she would like, the planning commission would like to have a joint meeting with you. And we could be kind of like a workshop, like combined meeting. I think the goal is to, I'm trying to find, she did email me earlier.
Are you looking for the dates? September 27th was the day that they.
Yeah, so
sent.
they do want to pick a date that would work for you. And then really, I think it's the planning commission is showing a need for sufficient park space. And so they're wanting to give developers more of a guideline, a better guideline than what we have right now for when developers are putting in, new subdivisions, that they're having a better requirement for park space
Mhm.
as we grow. So they're possibly looking into changing that in our code of what is needed when a developer comes and puts in. And possibly making some changes to the parks master plan, like pickleball wasn't a great need when we did that
Mhm.
years ago, and now it is more of a need. So, changing priorities in our master code as well. So I think that's kind of what they were hoping for in this joint meeting. And so I guess the planning commission is really, and the planners are wondering, do you want to be involved in this process? And if so, is their next September meeting a good meeting for you guys? And a joint meeting with the planning commission, something you'd be interested in doing as well?
Yeah.
So kind
Yeah,
of just
sure.
how much of involvement you guys want to be in this process.
For sure. Yeah, I think I think it's a great idea because essentially all of our ideas will be submitted to city council and then they'll have to make final decisions on everything based on the recommendations and everything, right? Yeah, I think that would work to do a joint meeting. I think that would be we can get a lot of good ideas out there.
And they were wanting us more to discuss. Wait, add the discussion to your next meeting. Okay, never mind. I'm good. I was just rereading what you sent us.
Yeah, so
So to confirm, the September meeting is good
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
with you guys and to be a joint meeting with the planning commission.
would it be this same time or?
I believe so. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'll have them confirm that. It sounded like it would just be with your meeting time. So yeah, the
Perfect.
planning commission meets at 2 p.m. So I'm sure 5 would be
Oh, wow.
okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. Cool. Yeah, and if you guys have your other idea, feel free to,
Okay, yeah.
jot some down. Perfect. Great, and then we can move on to the Quest Cicada update.
Yeah, I'm doing this like I do my meetings with work and making this a working meeting. Yeah, so earlier this summer, I got close to, I basically had the whole backend set up and the whole front end set up and was starting to add content, and then was realizing that the way that I had put it together when I was trying out this whole NoSQL thing made it really difficult to work on, which would have made it difficult to maintain. And I was running it on Google, which I was getting charged for stuff that I wasn't even using yet. And it was like quite a bit of money. So I got turned on to a new backend service. So I've already switched it over. I've already hooked the front end up to it. And now I'm just I'm actually full tilt filling in content. Where I could use some help is what I'm doing right now is I'm making a spreadsheet. That's basically, I'm going to fill in all the stuff I already have in there. And then I could use some help just kind of going in and for each category, I have a few categories. Each one has like an activity. So like float is a category. There's paddle boarding. There's I have it all in here. Well, I don't want to go through the whole database right now, but basically there's a few activities inside of each category, and then each activity is going to have like between 3 and 5 missions, like things that you can go do where when you do them, you actually say like, you just mark it and then it gets added to your log. So any help on just like, I have a lot of the stuff in there. It's just a matter of writing the copy for it. It's just like describing what the thing is and coming up with ideas of like pictures to put in. But I mean, once it's done, it's really just about flipping it live. I already have a new authentication system and all that stuff. You only log in with email, which is kind of nice.
Mhm.
So it's like when you first come to the site, you can just see everything. And then instead of your profile, you get like a little, just enter your email address. It sends you a link and then you get like this really long lasting cookie. So it's like, there's no passwords. It's just a email and you get a link to, if you want to use you don't even have to use the logging features. You can go in and just get ideas and use it as an informative site. But if you want the profile, the thing where like, as you log stuff, you can show people this page where it shows all the things that you've done. And you can upload photos of like, if you got pictures of the activity and stuff like that, you can add it to your log and you can kind of create this whole big thing, and then maybe we can do something with that as well. So it's like if you get each activity has a score attached to it. So maybe at like different thresholds of points, we could like, get you something, or even if it's just a little digital trophy or something, but it should be fun once we have it all filled in.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
So last month, Jordan Winthrop came.
Yeah.
And this is totally connected, I promise.
Yeah.
So do you know about at the portal, there's some thing that's similar to this? There's some like app, but it's not currently working.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you mentioned it, and then
I sent you an email
yeah.
about it. And he wanted to come and talk, and he sent an email today, and he's still like, he would love to talk to you about what you're doing. Cause it's like, he's very,
Yeah.
you're very like-minded on that. Because his, like the thing out here, we used to have a service and we don't pay for it anymore, but it's still out there and it links with other, like places in Clackamas County, right?
There's something.
Am I
like that,
remembering? But anyway, so I
Right.
want to make sure I told you, I can forward you his information again.
Yeah. Yeah. We could roll that in to this too. And then and the nice thing about the service that, I mean, I looked at like all the thresholds for the free account, and we'll like, unless like 100,000 people live here, we're and are actually using this thing, we're never going to hit like anything above the free tier. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it could be like on the, like a very, like each mission, like if you complete like 2 out of 3 missions, you get like a little bronze trophy. You complete like 4 out of 5, you get like silver, and if you do all of them, you get a gold or something like that.
Yeah, I'm still trying to like, basically I have this profile page where it's like you can see your own, but you can also share it. And if you're not logged in, it's like the same URL, it's just like / your profile name. And if you're not logged in as that person, it basically just shows, it's like this layout that shows everything that you've done. And so but yeah, I know on that, I just had a few ideas for like if you when you using the scoring system, it's just like when you get a certain number of points, it's like there's just little like kind of rewards.
Nice. And it'll all be on like a Google like Excel spreadsheet that you need help filling out.
Yeah, so right now I'm basically making the what we calling these things a content matrix. And it does, and I have the whole multi-language import in there, so it's really easy to add other languages in. So it's like we could just basically have one of these, and if we want, make a Spanish one, and then just like go back through the spreadsheet and translate everything, and then I can get all the Spanish ones or Russian or whatever we need that's common around here. But yeah, so that I just thought of making a spreadsheet to get help on this, and I'm making it right now, and I'm almost done. So
Cool. You have a time you want to try to get it filled out by?
just me sooner is better.
Sooner than better.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like now that I'm past all like the actual coding part and migrating everything over, it really is just a matter of getting the content in and then testing stuff. And
Does it need to get like vetted at all before like it like goes live?
That's a good question. I don't know.
it's weird because it's kind of it's like it's all right now. It's like technically like a personal project. Even though I mean we
Yeah.
talk about it here.
I guess possibly if you're like going to eventually be blocking things to city property, maybe.
Yeah, I think once we actually do that,
But I don't know who would do that. I don't know.
once it gets officially married to the city, and then that's the thing too, is like the whole thing with QR codes, whatever.
Mhm.
It's like, all they're going to do is just go to like, an activity or even to a mission or whatever. It just links back to a URL that's on the site.
Oh.
And then I have like, this whole slug system that makes it so like the URLs are really easy to write in. So it's just like, /run/races/ trick or trot,
Got it.
like, or I mean, and actually all the slugs are unique. So you could even do /trick or trot and it'll know where to go.
Got it.
So we call them slugs in web development. So.
Oh, okay.
Guess you're wondering why I'm referring to them as slugs. They're basically the short names that work in web browsers.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the page looks like and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. Cool. Yeah, I think as soon as you get it out, we can start going on it. And if someone wants to look at something before it goes live or anything like that, just let us know, and then we can
Yeah.
we let them see it first or anything like that, so. Perfect. Anything else?
That's it for now.
Perfect. All right, we move on to the trick or trot.
All right, so. We still have, so I talked, I think last time I told you that the clinic is gonna come beforehand. We're still waiting to find out about if the bookmobile can come or not because of staffing. She said hopefully in August we would know, so hopefully soon we'll find out about that. I couldn't remember which one of us said we were going to try and see if Jerry Tenbush's daughters were still doing the princess thing. I didn't do that piece. I don't know if I was the one who said I would try and do that. So I'm gonna write my name down here to see. I'll contact him and see. And then I thought, Vincent, were you gonna talk to the food cart people or no? Is that just in my brain?
Yeah, do we have the popcorn guys' contact information? Because we can ask him and then we can ask
Christie's.
Christie's. Yeah, I think that'd be good. I think they'll be more receptive to coming than
Park event.
yeah.
Okay. And then Stephen made the flyer, but I was waiting to give it to Taryn until I made sure that we were approved, which we are. So, so Stephen made it two different ways, how we had talked about having the different levels of kids and dividing them up into groups. So it's not just one start. Remember, we talked about staggering them.
Yeah.
And when I sent it to him, I sent it youngest to oldest. And then he said, which I totally agree, we should do oldest to youngest because otherwise the big, faster kids are going to trample our littles. So he has the flyers made, and now that it's approved, I'll send it. I can email it to Taryn in a minute.
Sure.
And then, Taryn, when is the next water? Do we want to just do it in the October bill? Because the September one already get made.
Well, I'm about to send those out this week, so if you can get it to me tomorrow, I'm sending them tomorrow.
I can send it to you right now.
So if you'd rather them get it the
What
first
do you
week of
guys think?
September or the first week of October.
Maybe get the word out.
Probably-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the flyer in the first week of October, but then like mention it in the newsletter in September.
Yeah.
I can also create a Facebook event for you guys.
Yeah, I was hoping you would do that. I'll send you the flyer right now. And then
First week of October. You'd like it.
for the flyer, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can post it on Facebook before that. And I have, like, I made a new QR code. I remade the sign up thing, the Google sheet, so they can sign up and we can have an idea of who's coming. I checked, we have plenty of waivers, but I was thinking, didn't we get some made in Spanish last year? I don't have any more Spanish ones. So I don't know if that's somewhere that we could get a few of those. We didn't end up using very many, but that would be awesome. I think that's all, except I was gonna tell you the glow sticks were $39.88 instead of $79.99.
Nice.
I know, it's a good deal. Yeah. So everything's good, and like you guys just signed that thing, all the other stuff is ordered. I have the medals already. And then I was gonna start putting the stuff actually together because I get crazy once school starts, and we have some bags still from last year too, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
I can try looking around for like some like Halloween decor where we did maybe like do like the tent for the tent or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be cool.
Hopefully they should start coming out with stuff soon. So if we find anything for I can pick it up and that way we can do a little bit more decorating for the stuff this year.
Hey, Steven, can you look and see? I have the email and I know you sent me the flyer, but I don't, it's like not attached. I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
Can you send, and you did it two ways. You did it the youngest to oldest and the oldest to youngest, like when you listed them. So do you want to send it with the oldest to youngest way?
Yeah.
Can you send it to Taryn? Thank you. I have the email, but it's like not, it's really weird.
You want me to email you the waiver in Spanish? Is that what you? Or you just want me to print?
Can you print just
Yeah.
like 10 of them? That'd be great.
Do you want to ask the clinic people if they need a pop-up at all? And then
They
I-
have, when they came before, they brought all their own
Okay.
stuff. I can email her and double check, but they had like they go to events and have like their own little shebang.
Okay. Yeah, if I'm gonna grab the city ones anyway, then if they needed one, I could bring more along
Okay.
too, so. Yeah, not too bad.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I gotta, yeah, if you want to either contact the popcorn guy or just, or you want to shoot me his information, either way, just ask him the same thing. If he needs a pop-up or anything like that, then I can bring it along too and help him set up or whatever he needs. Yeah. Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, I got the medals, got,
Yep, all this stuff should be here soon.
Nice.
The medals are cool. And we still have some from last year, which hopefully we won't use over however many, what did I buy 250 this year?
Yeah.
But then we'll have a nice variety of leftover.
nice.
What's the right email address for you? The Gmail or one or Hotmail?
Hotmail.
Okay, that's what happened.
Got anything else?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We have a person.
Okay, comments? You want any comments?
I'm curious about the capital.
What about the park?
Well, what's going on? I've been nominated, I haven't seen what's going on. Because one, when we bought into there, we had greenways all the way around. We talked to Don this morning and he said that was. So you know, it's in the night, but I was. I'm one of the people that bought into Capanella Estate. When we bought in, I paid 20 extra thousand to be on the greenway. Well, then we were told there would be a park in there, so we did a lot of coming to all your meetings and talking about the park. Well, we haven't heard any word about it. And a lot of us want to know what's going on. We are also concerned about the flooding over on where the picnic table is heading, I guess, north, I don't know, where the duck pond is. It is so swampy that even the people cutting the grass can't cut it because they sink. And any of our dogs that are walking around are drinking that moldy water. And the other side of the park is just basically dead dry. And when we first moved in, it was green, green, green. And I talked to Don this morning and he said it is and I can't remember the name, like a fairway, needs to be dry. It needs to be that way. And it doesn't make sense to a lot of us since we use that park so much. The kids play in it. They've got volleyball. They've got those soccer games going in there from our area. And the park where the dogs are out and everything. So we're just curious. We're kind of like been deadlocked since y'all took the plans and we knew that the pool's gone and the basketball court's gone and the pickleball court's gone. They're going to put the jungle gym behind the church. And we're just kind of curious about what's going on because some people are still limbo about where the parking lots are going and stuff. So I was nominated to come.
Yeah, I think the last time we talked about it was, what, 6 months ago, when we submitted, when they had the last plan that was done by the
Mhm.
the company that was,
Mhm.
is doing the park.
Mhm.
I think we recommended that the pickleball court and the louder things be taken out, and then the rest of it, I think it's all in their hands now, and it's all up to city council more than anything.
Well, we have to wait. So like, just so you kind of have a timeline of like what's gone on so far. So before like the houses were even built in there, we made a whole list of all the plans and it took forever for us to get those the first drawings. Like it just, everything takes a really long time. So I know it's been forever since you guys were here and there was a lot going on. So then we made those recommendations, and then after we make the recommendations, then they do like another drawing and plan. And I don't know, like I was wondering too, because we haven't seen yet like the revised plan. It just takes a really long,
We can understand that,
Time.
but everybody on Forest Park, we were all told one thing, and then when we moved in, we're told a whole completely other thing. And we have a lot of people who have got Alzheimer's or sick living on that side of the road. And myself, by losing a husband with Alzheimer's, noise and change is not a good thing for him. And that's why we're all concerned about what's going on. And we also understand with the apartment coming on, more activity coming into the park or our area, with the road coming through, more activity coming in. We're just all very concerned about what's going on.
I think, but I think the only thing, I don't think it's not really like. It's not a thing for us, and maybe more like for like actual city council.
city council, yeah.
Well,
Because
yeah, I've been coming to their meeting and they're never talking anything about it. So since I saw Park and Rec, I figured y'all might know something.
Yeah, there's no update right now from city staff. I think right now, once the drawings are complete, I don't think there's a date of when to break ground or anything like that. It's nothing happening anytime soon. That's pretty much all the update that we have at the moment. But you can reach out to staff. Elena, our assistant city manager, or the city manager,
Mhm.
Melanie might have a better estimated timeframe
Okay.
of when this could all actually happen. I think right now it's all just very preliminary. And
But Taryn, can we like put it on maintenance? Like, well, I guess maintenance would know about the flooding if they're trying to cut
Yeah,
the grass,
yeah.
but we could definitely,
talking to
I
Dawn,
talked to him twice
Yeah.
and he now knows about the flooding. He said he just learned about it, but that's here nor there. And kind of like, I don't want to be nitpicky, but we live in that area. We're kind of wanting to keep it clean and neat, and especially with the over by where they want to put the jungle gym for the bigger kids. It is truly a marsh. I mean, the grass is, because he can't go through it. Because they will sink. So.
yeah, I think that's definitely appreciated. Like, the condition of the park. So yeah, that's one thing. Whether the park's going to be there or not.
Right, no, we
that-
keep the whole community of that area. Keeps everything picked up and neat and clean, and we've become a community. And that's why we're all kind of curious what's going on and what's changing.
Yeah. No, I think, but if you want like a real update about like an actual like park progress,
Mhm.
that's more of like the city council. But like for like obviously like the maintenance of the park, that's definitely like good to know about. Like
Mhm.
for us to know about, that's definitely good. But like for us, there won't be like, there's not much we can do. Like we can't like change the park plans or anything
No,
like that
no.
anymore like that,
No.
right? But it is nice to, like I said, knowing about like the tall grass and stuff like that. That's definitely something we could look into.
Right, and there's about 6 houses left to be sold. And then it'll be all completely done, so.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to just keep everybody, ourselves involved in
Mhm.
city of Escata. So.
Yeah,
Thank
everyone's
you.
part of the community, right? We're all we're all in it together. We're all in the same city, right?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You got anything else?
I have one more thing. I have one more positive today comment about the park on Gardner. A mom, I met a mom that lives up there and she was like, oh my gosh, that park is so great. And so I thought I would share. Because that was like it was like my baby, because that's my neighborhood. That was super sweet. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Charity, you got anything?
Yeah, just wanted to chime in on a couple of things. So, first of all, is for us to
You're breaking up.
community investigate.
We can't hear you, Charity.
Just want to say that first. Two things. So
Hold on, we didn't hear anything.
Charity, can you repeat what you just said? Because we can hear you now, but you were breaking up before.
oh, I'm sorry. Is this any better?
Yep,
Yeah.
you're good.
Okay, cool. Maybe I just hit a kind of funky spot. No, just wanted to say I appreciate the work you guys do first and foremost. But a couple of things I wanted to mention. First with the portal, city council right now has no, in regards to the wastewater treatment plant, that was something that was just approved our last meeting. So we have no specifics as of right now as to the design, where things are going to go specifically. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. So I wish I had more information for you guys, but if I get something before you guys do, I'll totally let you know and keep you posted. And then the other thing, Taryn, I think you said it best, the plans just take so long for, in regards to the community member that just spoke. The plans take so long to draw up, and city council hasn't gotten those plans yet either. So yeah, she's been listening to the city council meetings. We haven't heard anything to date as to the specific plans of reorienting everything. But I will say that the squeaky wheel does get the grease. So as long as members of that area continue to kind of email, I mean, not harass city staff, but just email and prompt them, that will probably get a little more attention and keep it in the forefront. There are just so many things going on in the city of Estacada right now, and wastewater has definitely taken the spotlight recently, amongst other things. So it's not that those people are being ignored. It's just that there's just a million things going on right now as the community is rapidly growing. So just some food for thought. And again, appreciate you guys and all the work that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cool.
Mhm.
All right. Overall, all good. Then we can adjourn the meeting.
Awesome.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.